Hey folks, Sylvia's here. Alright, last video was the prep work for Arca here. We're loading it, right? I hope it starts off paused. I like the 99 still there. Okay, good, it does start off paused. So yeah, here's where we left off. My, these little stations are shooting energy to this thing. It was filling up, it's at 99% now. I dropped my command nodes, built my collector network, threw beam towers all around this. The one thing I want to do, actually... I got the hiccups. Jesus God. Every time I go to, like, make a video, something just random... Like, I start sneezing furiously, or something just randomly happens all the time. Alright. So, terraformer so that we can build, like, firing platforms onto the edge of this circle so that we can more effectively go in. There we go. No, we failed. Yes, Behold! All that has transpired has done so exactly as foretold. The Arc Eternal is revealed at last. Bear witness to our mighty nexus. Brace for incoming, Laia. And there's their mighty nexus. Oh, you know what I forgot to build this whole time? A forge. Ugh, that's not good. Forge. I'll get it somewhere. There we go. Greetings, Imperator. The Loki, at last we meet. At last, Imperator, you are still projecting a finite existence. Open your mind, Imperator. Open your mind. Don't listen to them, Scars. Silence! We have silenced your primitive automaton, so that we may converse more clearly. She is right, Loki. You are trying to deceive me. Look upon yourself, Imperator. Truly look upon yourself. Do you see a finite existence? Do you see a body made of simple materials? No, this can't be. Yes, did you really believe that some automaton had preserved a primitive human form for billions of years? You know this to be an absurdity. Now you know your true form. But I remember being a child, growing up, living, fighting the Creeper, defeating a Nexus. Platus saved me. Yes, that explosion that one of you call Platus saved you from. How do you think he was able to do that so easily? You never needed saving, Imperator. Lies. It is not the one you call Platus that was the deceiver, is it not? Sorry. What did he tell you of himself and of us? He told me his people fought you and nearly won. He told me that you were once a great race and that you peered into the dark and alternative realm and found something there that changed you and set you on this path of destruction. And what do you think we found in that darkness? He never said. I'm not sure he ever knew. Ha ha ha. We found you, Imperator. You were who we found. You told us of the Ark and its potential. You showed us our purpose and laid out the path for all that would follow. Abraxas Imper. My body, just a project under my own choosing. I remember now. I remember. Father, it's me, your daughter. I have been with you all along. Laia was my projection as I guided you towards the realization of who you really were. The anomaly, Eliana Abraxas. Yes, our hive considered that you might appear. Hiding as an automaton was clever. We grant you this. We should have detected your presence sooner. Imperator, you should never have created... Laia? Eliana. I should have known. Your name. How you never talked about Eliana. What you knew about me. We see what we want to see, Father. It took me many years to discover my true form. You still have a choice. You can still choose to be Skarsgård Abraxas. Remember his life and what he stood for. Nonsense, Imperator. All that has transpired has done so according to your plan. We have revealed the Arc Eternal for you. Now join with us as you have foretold. Father, remember the life of Skarsgård Abraxas. Remember him. And now you get the divergent path. Will you choose to remain as Skarsgård Abraxas, or will you join the Loki? The choice is yours. I will be choosing Skars for this. Loki Hive, I remember all now. Skarsgård Abraxas is a modicum of my full being, but one that has shown me a great understanding. I chose this form. I will not join with you, nor will I allow you to control the Ark. So be it, Skarsgård Abraxas. You have nothing that can harm our great nexus. Stay, leave. It matters not to us. So long as we are here, you cannot control the Ark and use it for your purposes. We have waited billions of years. We can wait billions more. Can you, Skarsgård Abraxas? Can you? Loki Hive transmission terminated. Thank you, Father. Thank you for choosing the right path. Eliana, is there nothing we can do? I don't see anything possible, Father. The Nexus has a shield that no weapon can penetrate. Even if we could, the Nexus itself seems to be indestructible. We will fight on anyway, daughter. If we must fight for 1,000,000 years, we will do so. But we must never leave. Alright. So, we have got the Nexus here. It floats around on this map. At the moment, there are no sources of Creeper on the map. The Nexus itself does not make a Creeper. It's got a shield around it. The shield is at 100%. And then it also has health, but you can't see the health because the shield is currently up. What the Nexus is going to do is it's going to float around and just randomly drop either spore towers or emitters. That's just what it does. Make sure if you're building Berthas, by the way, that you set them to auto-fire, because I constantly forget that. Now what I want to do is I want to build the firing platforms I spoke of earlier, so that we can kind of launch our offensive into this pool of creeper. That one's not going to work. There we go. I'm trying to build like 2 at each spot. Build another one right there, I guess. Where did I put that other one? There's one. And yeah. And yeah, I had one up here too. Alright, so we'll try to build like 2 platforms at each of the terraformers that I placed. I apparently placed 5 terraformers. We're also going to want to build weapons. Large amounts of weapons. So at this first stage, the Nexus just kind of floats around. I'm only building 3 sprayers because 3 sprayers kind of is taxing on my my ore. And you're also probably going to want mortar in like a couple of spots where you're not actively attacking. But you're also going to just in general want mortars. So yeah, he's building, I can't actually see what that is. Oh, it's a, alright, since it says build %, that's a spore tower, obviously. But yeah, so at this early stage, and I'm not sure at exactly what point things change, but things will in fact change at a certain point. The Nexus is just going to float around here and drop emitters and spore towers. It's not going to do anything else. After a while, though, it will change, and what it will start doing is it will fly out of the wall and start dropping emitters and spore towers, actually, like, in this first level. Father, something just dropped out of warp in this system. It's badly damaged and heading for the planet. I see. It's a ship. Platus, you old fool. Eliana, Platus must have set this mighty ship on a course for our planet. I will attempt to predict the crash site on the map. Clear out anything in the way. If you did have anything sitting there, it would get destroyed when the ship lands. And both times I did this now, the ship landed in the same spot, so I'm pretty confident that's where that ship will always land. Yeah, and it will also, and this is where it gets annoying, it will drop the emitters really close to, where you're kind of like, it'll drop them really close to the wall, where the emitter pumping out creeper can sometimes cause it to flood. The ship is ancient. It must have been preserved for 1 billion or more years. Where? I don't know. But it's totally useless now. It crashed and is just fragments. Look at those fragments. In their midst, the plans for the mightiest vessel ever constructed, the Thor. We must obtain these schematics. They will hold the secrets to destroying the Nexus. In fact. So yeah, like right here, it's going to kind of help overflow things, which is a less than ideal situation. I'm actually going to build, due to the existing threat literally right there, I'm going to build a second terraformer. But yeah, like I said, eventually it will start dropping things off onto the, yeah, there's a possibility that it is actually emitting creeper right here. Yeah, it looks like it is. Fancy that. It will start just dropping things off into the side. You do want to be ultra careful about that crap. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna move him up to there. And we gotta move him over there. Alright, we're loading weapon systems up on the edges now. The first spore tower is going to be built relatively soon. And I forgot all about the forge. I'm going to focus on ore efficiency for now. Where? There we go. And... really? We'll try that one. Something's going on with that one. So yeah, once that gets built, I'm actually going to throw another one right here. And yeah, like I said, you're probably going to want to, and I forgot to do it, you're probably going to want to start throwing down some reactors every now and then, as a just-in-case kind of scenario. You will, there will be a, like, significant amount of weaponry you're going to need to eventually be fielding in this map. So, don't underestimate what's happening here. Wow. Yep, actually, on that note, my energy is now being overwhelmed. Let's increase that. I'm also going to increase build speed and packet speed and energy storage. Seems like a pretty solid choice right now. My berth is built, and it's being armed. I'm thinking maybe I should throw a second bertha out. I just want to make sure it's in a safe spot. Well, I guess I'll build it over here also. Set that one to auto fire. Really? Move him over to there. Yeah, so the first spore tower is firing. Let me, I'm gonna move him back just to there so that I can build another firing platform right here. Actually, I'm going to pull this sprayer down to here. I really wish it was shooting right there. Good, 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 good. Yeah, shoot there. Can I? Alright, hold on. Can we get a nullifier? Sneak it in? Nope. How about... try it? Maybe it'll work. Let's throw him in there too. He'll provide some support fire. That's a moderately annoying spot for him to drop that. Oh, good. It's a spore tower, not an emitter. That's actually really awesome. So one of the most important things you can do in this map, actually, is get your hands on the little, the booster things. I'm not actually sure what they're called, but whatever they're called, getting your hands on those early on is an amazingly useful thing. Just like that. So, relay, and like I said, it's gonna eventually start just kind of dropping emitters in the middle of your crap. So actually just having pulse cannons just sitting around all over the place is actually kind of a good idea. I don't know if it follows a specific route or anything like that. I kind of can't tell. But if it does, you could probably, I guess, memorize the route if you were crazy, I suppose. Alright, we are gonna move him to right there, and him to right there. No, don't do that. Yeah. Perfect. Got that one out. Now, can we get a nullifier in right here? Nope. I need a little bit more firepower there. Let's move the mortar up to a better location. Alright, we are going to want fire range and fire rate increases for sure. I'm going to grab another ore speed increase. I'm actually going to pause here, just kind of take stock of our situation. Okay. We're going to throw down some pulse cannons there, and I'm going to throw down a mortar here also. We're going to build a mortar there, and we're going to build a mortar there. Thinking I'm actually going to build a mortar right here too, because this looks like it's kind of pretty close to overflowing, and the mortar will help with that. And yeah, like I said, just kind of having pulse cannons just sitting all over the place is kind of an actually good idea. It will definitely help avoid, like, catastrophic disaster. Because, you know, if it, like, just drops an emitter, like, right there or something like that, you will have a problem. An annoying problem, no less. Okay. Looks like we can kind of start moving up into this direction, too. Oh, wow. I forgot that there was an emitter right there. That's one thing you want to be a little careful, too. Make sure you're not losing track of where emitters have actually been dropped. That is something that I have done a couple of times, and it is moderately annoying. Boom. Yeah, the Berthas are a good choice, too. Alright, let's get another fire rate increase. I'm going to throw down another Bertha. If I... Well, I guess right over here also. Auto-fire that Bertha. Can we get him up there? Awesome. Okay. Makes life a little bit easier on that side. We're going to throw him down right there. I want to get a something on that line right there. But actually just go for it and throw him out. And hope that he can just clear it before he's destroyed. That right there is what I'm talking about. See? Okay, now in this case it just threw down a spore tower. But anything it also builds on top of will get destroyed. So if it just, like, builds a spore tower on top of, like, your weapons, it'll just destroy your weapons immediately. And like I said, you actually might have issues with energy, despite everything. So it's not a terrible idea to kind of make use of collectors where you can. Which is what I'm doing right now. Alright. Collected Thor. Unknown weapon technology, origins uncertain. Amazing. The ship uses recognizable technology for the most part, though on a massive scale. But the main cannons, the construction similar to the dark beams of ancient times. Yes, of course, this makes sense. The main cannon appears as though they fire self-guided bursts of energy, an energy that will damage the Nexus. These cannons look as if they are specifically designed for this purpose. Of course they were. The Loki weren't the only ones who knew what would happen. But the Loki have prepared for this possibility, Eliana. They have surrounded their Nexus with a shield. The shield is impervious to any of the weapons we have, including the Thor. Then we're still at an impasse. Platus was always one step ahead. I don't believe he... Father, I think you're right. The impact of the crashed ship sent tectonic waves through the crust of this world. I show buried structures here that may be of use. Oh? Yes, the structures of the remains of an ancient and primitive weapon missile silos from a primitive culture. If we terraform down to level 1, we can access these remains. I can program the nano construction packets to rebuild them. Ah, you are as brilliant now as ever, my daughter. Platus knew this as well. The missiles will fly into the shield around the Nexus and damage it. The Loki didn't design the shield for such primitive projectile weapons. I'll indicate the location of the silos. Father, we must secure those locations and terraform them to level 1. Once we excavate, hook up the network, and arm the silos. The Thor may not be able to penetrate the Nexus shield, Aliana, but I sure bet it will secure that area around those missile silos. Alright. So, the Nexus is still going to keep doing its thing. Now we can build the Thor. The Thor takes a decent amount of energy. It's also decently large. See how I can't actually build it there because it's overlapping my my things? I'm actually going to destroy this so that I can put the Thor here. The Thor, can I click on it? Okay, you kind of can't see it. What you can see, though, is it has cannons, and I can make it transparent. That's cool. So you can see underneath it. That's neat. So it's got left and right weapons. It's got a beam for shooting down spores, and it's also got a sniper gun for shooting down little, like, critters and stuff like that. Not that there's any on this map. So if you wanted to, like, conserve energy, you could, like, turn off its beam weapons or turn off its cannons or something. And then it also has the fire the main cannons. The fire the main cannons needs to be fired, like, you need to manually click on it. Oh, I lost a collector over there. And we're going to be losing that collector, because it's right where I need to do some terraforming. Send those guys out to there for now, actually. And we're going to terraform down to 1. Send that guy out there also. I guess we'll build a mortar there. Seems like as good of an option as any. I'm actually going to, real quick, I'm going to pull him off, and I want to see if putting a nullifier there... Putting a nullifier there allows me to leapfrog into that other spot, which is awesome. So we're going to go build speed and packet speed increases. And I kind of want to actually start moving up into a northern direction from this point. The Thor flies and fires while it's flying, which makes it... Uh-oh. Incredibly useful. That's slightly unfortunate that just happened. I really don't want to lose the nullifier at this early point. I just lost a relay, though. Got it, though. Got it. Awesome. Although it looks like the Nexus is about to just drop something directly onto my defensive... my, like, attack right there. Which is, frankly, shockingly annoying. Please be a Spore Tower. That's not a Spore Tower. Alright, I don't even know where it's at. Annoying. Hopefully we can keep that at bay while I build that nullifier. But it's not happening! Yeah, see, this is why I actually incredibly don't like this mission. Because, you can't plan for that. Like, that just happened and there's nothing I can do about it. Let me get a build speed increase and packet speed increase again. Hopefully I can build that nullifier and get rid of that emitter before anything worse happens. What did I just lose? A relay? Alright, I mean, that's not great, but we can deal with the relay loss. Now then, throw that guy there. And yeah, we'll just keep building more weapon systems. Ah, look, right there too. I didn't even notice that at first. That's just gonna wreck my stuff down there. Move the beam cannon, move that beam cannon. Because they break surprisingly quickly. Come on, nullifier, you can do it. I got achievement pulse cannon lever. Quick, get there. I didn't actually want to put the mortar there. I wanted to put you there. And relay and relay. I'm losing that one. Yeah, my little relay network just got cut, which is annoying. That one, is it gonna just drop another one right behind me after it screwed me over once? Please tell me that's a Spore Tower. It's not a Spore Tower. Great. Well, that's kind of a catastrophe right there. The nullifier, which is lost. Yep. Yeah, like, not exactly fair, I would say. We're gonna lose everything down here. Yep. We're just gonna lose everything down there. Yeah, this is why I really don't like this mission. This game is, like, designed for, like, a slow and steady, like, grind approach forward. And then having something just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna make that impossible. Is just kind of obnoxious. Alright, fire range. We really need to get that, that emitter out. Hopefully I can build that, nullifier. Oh, hey, my, Thor's built. Not paying any attention. Well, actually, that brings up a time. You can see the ammo on the Thor. It's got 415 out of 3,000. Firing all of its weapons takes ammo. But firing the main cannon also takes ammo. And you need to fire the main cannon like a decent amount of a decent amount of times for it to actually destroy the whatchamacallit. Yeah, as you can see though, it's just firing missiles everywhere. Doing its job. Can we get a nullifier in there now? Alright. Well, I mean, that's good at least. Relay. Nullifier. Nope. Needs a little bit more fire support. And I need energy. Yep. Right there. Did it again. Did it again. Yeah, I really, really dislike this mission because of this. Alright, can we get the nullifier here? The really scary thing about this is, too, it destroys your beams, and then sometimes, if you're incredibly unlucky, a spore can get through. And like I said, you can see my my energy problems are happening. Told you they could. Nullifier. Alright, we got that one out. Oh, keep in mind, too, that if the Nexus crashes into your Thor, it will destroy your Thor. So there's an incentive to not be super close to the Nexus with your Thor. What am I still losing? Okay, that was just the nullifier over there. I can deal with the nullifier being lost. Especially when it's doing its job and being lost. Terraform. Let's open up that spot right there. Yeah, stop creating more. Yeah, so basically, like, once you get your first Thor operational, life just becomes a joke, almost. Almost. The Thor makes it just so easy to, like, attack deep into enemy territory. That, yeah, like, it just makes life so much easier. That said, you do not want to keep the Thor just floating over the enemy territory, because if you do, it can't be rearmed. I forgot about that, actually. That was my bad right there. Oh yeah, I just lost that pulse cannon over there. Alright, relay. Throw you right on up there. Or not, because the Thor's in the way. Good to know. Alright, instead we'll send you over there. And you right on up, actually. You right on up there. And then can I get a, yeah, if I can build that nullifier, it'll take out 4 separate things at once. That one I can't get to, though. Actually, lost that one also. Relay right there. Can I get a nullifier up in this northern spot? Looks like I can. Or I cannot, actually, it looks like. I thought I had a terraformer here. There it is. There we go. Do-do-do. What if I send another guy down here? Will he assist? Maybe get a third one. Get a fire speed, fire rate, whatever. Try that one again. Spore tower destroyed, I can deal with that. I like it when the spore towers are destroyed. The Spore Towers are like a hidden threat, almost. Because they're not, like, immediately dangerous, but they quickly become dangerous. Oh, hey, my other Thor's built. Didn't even realize. Let's, get some collectors going. I did actually lose my whole, network down here. Forgot about that. Nope. Throw him right there. Yeah, as you can see also, when it drops the things on, like, the wall, it actually destroys the wall. Keep that in mind, too. Nullifier. We're gonna send him somewhere else, then. Nice. Collector Lover I just got in another achievement. I don't know if those are showing up on my, my recording or not. Because it doesn't really matter, but something I'd like to know. Relay. Nullifier right there. And there, and there. Still need more collectors, though. Bam. Sure, why not? Bam. Alright. Hopefully that's gonna do it for a while. I'm gonna pick up an energy thing increase. And actually... yeah, I don't think so. Still losing it. Not sure why, but still losing it. You get up there. You get up there also. And what is it putting there? An emitter or a spore? Alright, the spore we can deal with. Your efforts are in vain. Continue with this annoyance and we shall show you our true wrath. Prepare yourself for unforeseen eventualities, Loki Hive. Aw, he went there. Unexpected eventualities. Scars of Braxis knows how to irritate the Loki. Alright. Mortar. Put that dude right up there. Yeah, so like I said, once the Thors are kind of up and running, the mission becomes almost a joke. Which is why getting the Thors up and running is kind of like your most important task. Still having issues there, though. Spore Tower destroyed. Nullifier. I don't even know. Just put those things there anyway. There we go. That was not going to survive, so I'm not going to bother. Send the terraformer over to here, I suppose. And send the other one also over to there. And we'll terraform those down. I feel like before any kind of meaningful progress is made on those, the other missile silos that I already have under control will knock out the shield, but just in case something goes wrong. I got another sneeze, I think. I knocked out like their entire network. Check that out. No! No, 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 no. Mr. Thor, move back. Do not touch the Nexus. There we go. No, 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 no. Go back. The shield around the Nexus is down, Father. Now we will use the main cannons of the mighty Thor and destroy the Nexus. We shall see, Skarsgård of Braxis and the Anomaly. Now witness our true wrath. At this point, by the way, like, You want to make sure that you actually have the ammo for repeated firing on your Thors, because it's going to start shooting back at you now. Fire main cannons! Yeah, it takes up a decent amount of energy. See, it's like actually shooting at me now. Fire main cannons! Nullifier. Move you up there too. Yeah, see, it just shot directly at my, whatchamacallit. Like I said, scary. Now it's shooting back at me. Oh, and he's not in my network. That's great. We're losing crap. Fireman cannons! It's so close to dying. This is what happened. Fireman cannons! Fireman cannons! Fire! Keep firing! Attack speed, build speed, I don't care. Fire. And fire. There we go. No! Imperator! This ends now, Loki Hive. Many eventualities, many Imperators. Loki transmission terminated. Bam. And then all the miniatures get destroyed. I'm speechless, father. And so it is done, my daughter. 10 billion years it has taken, and now I stand as a finite being at last. I'm not so sure about that, father. The Ark, once made, cannot be unmade. It is here and stands at your disposal. This is a great power for a finite man. Perhaps as the Imperator I could. Father, I'm only just beginning to understand this great plan of yours, but I believe everything that has happened did so as you had planned. Perhaps, my daughter. Perhaps I shall choose to believe that. But even with all that I now know and remember, I'm not sure what I should do next. The Ark allows you to visit any time, any place, in any alternative reality. You can go anywhere at any time. But where would one go with such choices? Who or what would one be? I have an idea, father. Perhaps you can travel to 10 billion years ago when the Loki first emerged into greatness. Interesting proposition, Aliana. And what will I call myself? How about something familiar? Something to honor one you always respected. How about... Yes, Aliana. You have always been very wise. I think I shall choose that name during my travels, at least for a while. It is all very clear to me. When I travel to times past, I will simply be called Platis. Claim victory. So the trick basically here is, while we have this transcript showing up, part 1 of 2, he basically is like a time paradox. He is Platis, who guided him onto his own path. Newton Mont, Arc Project Research Director, Saloy Science Academy Standing Council of Directors. That's the attendees. Transcript follows. Let me get my cursor out of the screen. Newton Mont, Council, our team has confirmed your suspicions. Council Director 2, then it is true. The Ark exists. I do wish I could make this go faster. Yes, Council. Further, we have identified 2 means by which it may be revealed. One we believe is being employed by the Loki. Council Director 4. So, the Creeper and the Ark are intertwined. Can I skip? Can I click? Will that make it go? It would seem so. We also believe the Loki are aware of only one method to reveal the Ark. Yeah, I can't click to make it go faster. And how have you reached these conclusions, Director Mont? For this, I present our newest nominee for Research Fellow. His insights led us to our conclusions. Bring in this young man. We wish to question him directly. What is this man's name, Director Mont? Platis, Council. His name is Platis Abraxas. Transcript end. Onward. Okay, so yeah, basically that's the trick, is that the character you've been playing through all 3 of the games and who's been like guided forth by Platus to do all these things is actually yourself. It's a time paradox. It's crazy. I know. It's crazy. All right, folks. I just got that last part to do, so that'll be another video. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Check me out on Patreon, Twitter, and Facebook.